Chess, a very old game that people make fun of for not getting updates. Well, no worries, I am here to introduce Chess Fire's Variation. It's just like chess, except it's not. The features of this new variant include new pieces, Royal Queen, and many, many more en passants than normal. Confused? Well, don't be. I shall explain all the new pieces and rules to you. First off, the royal piece. The king has been dethroned, and the queen is now the royal piece that must be protected at all costs. The queen looks like a queen, moves like a queen, is a queen, but cannot move into check and must move out of check. The queen is also fragile. If she gets checked 9 times, she dies. Next, the king, after being dethroned, joined the army and became the head of it. He is now the general. He moves like a king with the bonus of moving like a knight as well if needed. It's very strong in close quarters. Not too good otherwise. But that's fine, as they say.
A good leader is not someone who is strong, but someone who commands the strong.
Then we have the Serawan elephants. These beasts are actually just reskinned chancellors. They move like a rook and a knight combined. They are quite the unit and are probably the strongest pieces on the board at the start. The dragon bishop is just like a normal bishop, except it also moves like a Xianqi horse. Don't know how the Xianqi horse moves? Well, it's quite simple. The Xianqi horse moves one space orthogonally and then one space diagonally in that same direction. If the orthogonal square is blocked, it may not move in that direction. This actually allows the dragon bishop to pin using the knight-like move, something the other pieces cannot boast about. However, generally, I consider the Xianqi horse weaker than the normal knight. We also introduced the knight rider in this new variant, arguably the most complicated piece on the board. It moves like a knight continuously in one direction. It stops if there is a piece on one of the spaces it can land on. If you still don't understand, then imagine the king. Now imagine a king rider. It's a king that can move infinitely in one direction, so long as there is a clear path, just like that. But for a knight, we then shift our attention to the most humble piece on the board, a pawn. In this variant, pawns remain mostly unchanged. However, since all the other pieces received buffs, pawns received some buffs as well. Pawn can now always move sideways in either direction one square, and they also always have their double-step move option. Also, if you're wondering, yes, this does mean you can en passant in the middle of the board. I mean, just look at this beauty right here. Lastly and finally, if you somehow manage to get one of your pawns to the last rank, you get to promote to the Amazon, the most powerful piece on the board. It moves just like a knight and a queen combined. If your opponent doesn't capture this beast quickly, they'll be in deep trouble. If you're wondering, the basic gameplay is pretty much the same as chess, but I personally like to attempt to win the Serawan elephants at the beginning with the knight riders. If I can't, then trading them off is good enough, since you never know where one could snipe you from. Serawan elephants are also probably better used later in game, as they are quite powerful. If you ever manage to get an Amazon, then you basically already got the moral victory, and your opponent should just resign. And that's all the new pieces in my new variant and stuff. I am now going to show you a match I played against the AI in this variant. White is me. As you can see, I absolutely smacked the AI. This is proof that this is a really simple variant to learn, and this is also proof that you should play it. Also, if you manage to checkmate your opponent so that their queen cannot move anywhere and they still have some checks left, then you can consider yourself a grandmaster at this variant, and I am going to give you nothing as a reward. That's about it for my chess variant. Try it out if you can, because it'll be fun, I promise.
Trust.
And don't like and subscribe.